Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we need to have a small technical discussion here for a moment. Now what I am currently looking at is a blurry mess. What I'm hoping that you are looking at is exactly the same video quality as yesterday, although it may be slightly different, especially if you're watching on a 4K monitor. Now, I have been working towards an upgrade of the the channel video quality to 4K 60 to be precise. And what we have here is not that. This is still 1080 60. However, I am running this on a 4K monitor, and my internet has been upgraded, which means that the only remaining piece of this puzzle is upgrading the graphics card. If we go into the settings here, you can see I'm on a GTX 1070. That doesn't exactly render at 4K that well. So you can see here, we're still at 1080p. I'm recording in 1080p. I see this in 4K, upscaled from 1080, and it looks bad, but hopefully it doesn't look that bad for the actual video file. I looked at the video file on my old 1080p monitor, and it looks roughly the same, from what I can tell. There might be some slight differences, but hopefully it's the same, and once I finally manage to get my hands on a new graphics card, thanks GPU shortage and scalpers, once I finally manage to get my hands on one of those, then we'll go up to proper 4K 60. But for now, we're gonna have to do this. Again, hopefully it's fine. We'll see what it looks like after the YouTube processing. I think it'll be okay. So, we'll take a look at it then. This is a bit of a trial run for these settings, but I think we're ready to proceed now. So we currently have a civil war brewing here. It's not much of a civil war, in all honesty, but we want to deal with this guy. Oh, also, I think the UI scale might be different from what it used to be. Again, that's because I'm on a much larger 4K monitor now. We'll see if that's okay as well. For now, we're just going to bribe this guy, and no problem. We can proclaim a theocratic republic, and that is not something that I'm going to do right now. One thing that we were thinking about doing was attacking up over here, and man, it feels smooth at 144 hertz. YouTube doesn't have, as far as I know, 144 hertz mode. I'm recording in 60, and that's probably good enough. But, man, this feels smooth. But that's not relevant. We're going to go ahead and start working on we want to start fabricating a claim on these guys. We lack the political power. Okay, so we're going to proceed and get ourselves some political power. Oh, okay. I guess we'll deal with these guys. I mean, we do have troops right outside. They are immediately ready to go on in. Fantastic. Absolutely great. Now, we are lacking a unit commander here. We're going to need to put one in over here, and it'll have to be the Saba of Africa. It's currently the Ahrimonid family who are considered scorned. We're going to put this guy in, though, because he's qualified. There we go. Yeah, they'll be a little upset, but I'm sure they'll be fine. These guys deleted their fort here. Also, did I just do a bit of a tongue smack with the mute button unpressed? I believe I did. I apologize for that. But these guys deleted their fort here, so okay, I guess we're just gonna go siege this fort. Man, this looks blurry to me. I hope it doesn't look blurry to you. I have taken steps. I've done test recordings. It all kind of depends on what the final YouTube processing looks like, which of course I can't know until the video's up. So we'll find out. It should be okay. Should be fine. How did I ever play in 1080? Oh boy. This is going to be great. Arthritis. Sure. We do currently have a civil war brewing here. This is not much of a civil war, and it kind of doesn't matter who we bribe. Hamilcar Badona would be the best option, though, and so we'll go ahead and do not that. We're going to have this guy flogged. Sure. We're actually not going to bribe this guy because I don't want to pay the political influence. We are instead going to work on making friends with him. And we need to put in a Kahin, and this guy is the most qualified. Fantastic. Now we are working on integrating these guys, and how far are we on that? We're a ways away. Don't want to spend political influence. We will spend cash. Thank you very much. Let's also think about mines and farming settlements. Yeah, we don't actually have the ability to do that. How are we doing on our research efficiency? That's coming up very, very nicely. I'm very happy to see that. Let's go for additional courts of law. And we'll build a few of these. Actually, that's all we need. We don't need any more than that. From beyond here, we'll need libraries. And 10 political influence. I'll pass on that. I would rather not spend political influence on this guy. Especially since this is a super, super weak... Well, actually, this is no longer as weak of a civil war. It used to be a more weak. Actually, Bostar Ahriman, the head of the Ahrimanid family, is a little bit upset right now. And it is this guy. Do we want to spend 5 political power on this? Well, I don't want to, but I will. Okay. There we go. That deals with most of the issue. Fantastic. And we're just waiting to become friends with this guy as well. Also, I want to talk about another thing real quick. It's completely irrelevant to you guys. It will not be captured in the video at all. It is entirely something with me, but this is a G-Sync compatible monitor that I now have, and that's a lot of cash. We'll take the political influence, thanks, and we'll immediately start working on a claim over here. Fantastic. We do need to put a guy in over here. I'll get back to that story in just a moment. The Tribune of the Treasury, okay, and Ahriman. Okay, we'll put it into Gizgo. As I was saying, this is completely irrelevant to you guys. This is something that only I will experience, but this is a G-Sync compatible monitor, and as I showed you earlier, this is a GTX 1070. So with G-Sync enabled, I'm actually experiencing a little bit of backlight flickering. I think it's backlight. I did some research, and it looks like it's just a fundamental flaw. Oh, okay. It looks like it's just a fundamental flaw with the 10 series GPUs. So, once again, I need to get another GPU. I already knew that, of course, and this guy is really, really upset at us. We're going to try to make friends with him. But in the meantime, I am interested in getting some of these other guys dealt with. Hamilcar Badona. We'll bribe him. Anybody else? Gerbil Ahriman. I know it's not pronounced that. It's probably Gerbal, but I'm going to go with Gerbil because it's funnier. Okay, there we go, and insist on an oath of allegiance. Okay, so we won this siege, and that means that this should be completely won. Fantastic. We can get rid of these guys. And that auto-caps, and so we sue for peace. We make sure to take the territory this time. And there we go. And we will... I mean, I would normally lose half a point of AE. It kind of doesn't matter, actually, here. We are just going to gain the popularity, thank you very much. Okay. So with that underway, what's going on here? Oh, I just needed to tick that because they disbanded, but it hadn't updated. I was slightly confused by that icon. Okay, so we need to deal with this Civil War issue. That is for sure a thing that we need. Bodo Barca is the next highest, and that is this guy. I'm going to go ahead and bribe him too. That brings it down a little bit. Actually, he's still at only 39. I'm going to give him free hands as well. Okay. And who next? Still saying Bodo Barca. Do we have to wait for a month tick for that to update? Okay. I feel like... Are there multiple Bodos Barca? Okay. Was I looking at the wrong guy? I may have been looking at the wrong guy. I'm going to go ahead and bribe him. And next up, Hannibal Ahriman. I don't know why I struggle with that. I have no idea. We want Hannibal. This guy. Buy him and gift him. Yeah, we'll lose the AE, or not the AE, the political influence. That'll be fine. I'm so distracted by my fancy monitor right now, and I'm so sad that I don't have a graphics card for it, but we'll get there, and this should work for now, in theory. We'll go ahead and give this guy free hands, and that'll boost him up to 38, which will pull him out of the Civil War faction. Yeah, we'll give this guy what he wants. Our political influence not looking so great. Bostar just died. Okay. Well, that's awkward. And actually, this is perfect. We can put Gerbil in here. Fantastic. And we still need to deal with this guy right here. Okay. I don't want to give him free hands, but I will. 5.89. Okay, and then Mago Badona is the next one, which is this guy. And we'll go ahead and give him free hands too. Again, I don't like it. I don't like giving people free hands. The Saba of Numidia needs a new commander, and we will go ahead and put one in there. This will need to be ideally an Ahriman, but sadly that's not going to be an option here. So we'll put in the most qualified guy, which is this one. There we go. And yeah, I mean, we've got some more disloyal people. We're not surprised by this. We need to look at this guy here. We'll try to make friends with him. We'll see how that goes. Probably pretty poorly, but if we manage to make friends with him, then we won't have any other problems here. How goes our integration and our claim fabrication? They're underway. They're going kind of slowly. 5 tyranny. Does this cap at 100? You know what? Let's find out if this caps. It does cap. Fascinating. We're literally maxed on our tyranny. I love it. Yes, we'll take some gold. Let's use that gold to construct a couple farming settlements. There we go. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually deal with this. So we need to get rid of this fortress, and we need to... Actually, we do lack the political influence to flip this, unfortunately. So we'll leave this as it is for right now. And we do need to deal with somebody else. And I'm currently leaning towards... Oh, we'll go ahead and do that. Sure. I'm currently leaning towards Caelus Aquilius. We'll give him free hands as well. Okay. So, we don't have any disloyal characters. Okay, I was going to say we don't have any disloyal characters, but the Civil War indicator is still there. It's gone now, so that's great. That is absolutely fantastic. We're going to attack these guys relatively soon, and we should start getting some troops in position for that. 0.68 is not bad, and that's fairly close. We'll go ahead and position there. These guys, they're going to come up probably up near the coast. Actually, here we'll be fine. We'll take no attrition there whatsoever. And in terms of enlarging these, we could enlarge the Saba of Africa. So let's think about doing that. Maybe we take... No, we couldn't. What am I talking about? 61 out of 56. We can't enlarge that at all. Sure. So we're friends with this guy now, and that's great. I am very, very happy to see that. And we are going to have Telluria annexed very shortly. And we're going to go for the... Hello, pause menu. We're going to go for these guys next after that. So that is okay. And yeah, we're just going to deal with taking care of all of this territory, and then we'll probably attack Aquitaine after that. We're going to start hitting some more aggressive expansion issues here, but we're going to also have some issues with not being able to take all of these territories. So there is that. I do want to check to see, are you guys allied? They are. They're currently at war with these two, which I don't really like. What kind of war is this, actually? I want to check. Sure. And then this one, yeah, I actually think we allow this to go. We'll send them in. Actually, we will grant this request. This is fine. Okay. I'm sure it'll be okay. We need a governor over here, and an Ahriman would be ideal. And I kind of don't care about the skill, so we'll put him in here. And 93% Canaanite, sure. We don't need to change anything there. We'll go ahead and call down the Deity of Economy. Perfect. And we are going to just let this play out, I think. I think we absolutely do. They're in the same war. I don't know if they're going to annex all of this. But if they are, then I am in favor of this. Because this means that we'll be able to get it without going into another war, which is a very, very good thing, if you ask me. So I'm accepting of this, absolutely. I do want to check in on our current research efficiency. Okay, it can still manage to come up a little bit more. Oh, we can build a mine. And that's something we should definitely do. And a feast for Hamilcar? Sure. Actually, go for it. And then we don't need any more courts of law, right? Actually, we do. We do need 2 more courts of law. There we go. And then everything else is probably going to go into libraries here. So, we'll just go through here. Yeah, I do see that civil war brewing, and we will deal with that in a bit. But first, I want to spend all this cash on libraries. There we go. That'll do. Okay, that civil war ended. We kind of don't care. And who is angry now? Cabinet Badona is the biggest guy here. And we can work on making friends with him. We're still a little low on political influence. We'll see what we get. Okay, Agbal Hanid died. He was a researcher. We can maybe put an Ahriman in here, but I absolutely want the most skilled person in, and it's going to be this guy. So they're going to be still a little bit angry. There's barbarians over here. Rude. These barbarians are very rude. Okay, so we have a CB on this, but we're going to hold off on it. And we will go ahead and commission a sculpture in his honor. I'd rather spend cash than political influence right now. That's great. I'm going to move these guys up to here and these guys up to here. Yes, they will take attrition, but I think it's completely fine. Look at how much we're getting. No problem. Okay, so we're going to drill this army. And this guy's disloyal. We're going to bribe him. And we're going to tell him to come back up here. We need you up here, buddy. 10 political influence. Sure. We're going to remain capped out on tyranny. Absolutely. And we do need a new martial researcher. And so we will put in this Gizgo. He'll be fine. Okay. So we're, I think, waiting on sieges for these guys. Ooh, that was a bit of a hitch. That was exciting. Oh, well. Okay, we have a drilling army over here. Where's our other army at? Ah, it's over here. That's right. They were doing road build, but it looks like they are not doing that. They were supposed to build this road. So, we will go ahead and have them go on to road build. And we'll have them come up over this way and build a bit of a triangle here. There we go. And then come back over here and complete this road that they were supposed to build all along here that apparently they forgot to build. And then we'll connect it in there. Perfect. They did build it most of the way over here. Well, let's go ahead and build another road coming in over this way, though. That'll be fine. We've got another civil war brewing here, and that is the head of the Hanid family, Tabnet Hanid. This guy. He's a jerk. He's also going to die soon, and we just became friends with Tabnet Bodina, so that's nice. Okay, and we have someone new in charge. That's not helpful. So what we're going to do here, then, is we're going to put in... honestly, this guy. They're no longer scanned. I was going to say scammed, but scorned is the term that we're looking for. Time to share. Okay, there's a lot of people that are very upset right now. We need to deal with this. And by far the most powerful is Tabnet Hanid. We'll work on making friends with him. We're very low on political influence. We should probably chill and not declare this war, since we may well have a civil war break out here. I'm not sure that we stop this one. Let's see. Let's see. Who can we... We need to kind of go through this list and grant free hands to anybody who needs it to try to stave this off. I really don't like giving free hands out, but we're kind of desperate at this moment. So how does that change it? That's down to 19.57. That is much, much better. So the head of the Gizgo family. Gizgo here. Yes, I will go ahead and do that. I mean, a lot of the reason why they're upset at us is probably our tyranny, right? I mean, that's definitely a big part of it. And we need to chill on the tyranny. There's no doubt about that one. Can we focus on something in our religion to reduce tyranny? Yes, we can. And we should probably do that, in all honesty. That's almost a 50% increase to our tyranny loss. We're doing okay on cash. I think we should switch over to that next opportunity that we get. These guys should be drilling. Okay, what's up next? We're no longer importing silk. We're working on making friends with this guy. The Thracian Civil War has ended. I don't want to spend political influence on that. I'm going to spend cash on this one. Cash is very, very fungible for us right now. That's great. This guy's currently ailing. He may or may not die. Okay, we became friends with that guy. Was that enough to get him out of this? He's up to 23. So the answer is no. We're going to have to give him a holding here. And I don't like it. We're going to have to give him several, in fact. Granting holdings is very laggy, and that's not anything to do with the changes that I've made. It was this way before. Okay. That is enough there. That'll get him out of this faction. And next up is the head of the Gizgo family. We'll work on making friends with him as well. Fantastic. Now we're currently losing some stability, and that is mostly because of low Senate support. Sure. And yes, we're going to give him a mountain of gold. Absolutely. We are still waiting on this to finish up, so that's okay. It looks like they're auto-capping, though. So this war should finish up momentarily. Auto-cap there. This should have been auto-capped as well, but we don't have vision. They're probably sieging this fort right now, but we don't have vision there either. And this just rebelled. Let's just go ahead and deal with that real quick here. Where are their troops going to go is the question. And of course, we need to deal with Matan Barca. Actually, he's not an issue. Gizgo is still the issue here. We're going to go ahead and bribe him, and that will make him no longer be an issue. Okay. And Matan Barca, huh? We're actually going to grant him a holding, too. There we go. That brings him up to 33.87. And that means that we no longer have a brewing civil war for a bit anyway. Great. Do we want to chase these guys? Or do we want to hire these mercs to chase these guys? I think we want to hire these mercs to chase these guys. Let's get out there. We should have the morale. It just was a month tick. And that's political influence. I would prefer gold, if at all possible. Excellent. We'll catch this. And we should have the morale to stack wipe them. Indeed we do. And then we're going to come up here and chase down these guys. No. 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 This guy is now disloyal, and we have to grant him a holding, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Is he still disloyal? He is. What a jerk. We'll try to make friends with him, but he's chasing this force. Well, if he's chasing this force, we're going to send our mercs up here to cap this then. We'll just change this around. Is he just going to chill up here? Probably. Man, we're spending so much tyranny on making friends just to have the friendship be irrelevant. Because we need to... Oh, he's not chasing them anymore. What a rude dude. But just because we need to try to get these guys on our side briefly here. Yeah, we're definitely having some issues with that. There's no doubt about it, but we'll get it under control. These guys, they're black flagged, actually. But I would really prefer if we were able to do something about that. Oh, this guy's loyal now. Sure. Now he's loyal. Whatever. We'll come down here and deal with this. We'll not let them cap this location if we can at all help it. yeah, they're going to have to do some things, and yeah, we will go ahead and replace the stockpile ourselves. Anything that gets us loyalty is a very good thing, and we need to deal with this tyranny issue. That does, of course, mean that we can't declare this war, even though they did take that territory. Mostly because we are currently in a situation where the Senate does not support us. So that is a thing. We'll continue this siege and get this finished up, but we need to deal with our internal problems. There's no doubt about that. And honestly, that's mostly to do with our tyranny at this point. That is reducing our threshold for civil war and loyalty of characters by a good chunk. So we'll deal with that, no worries. We'll get that taken care of just as soon as we can change over our devotion here. I also want to check to see... It's an empty altar there. Oh yeah, these guys want to become our client state. Do it. I'm very happy about that. Do we have anything good in here? Manpower, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for anything that gives tyranny reduction. Up assimilation speed is good. What we have right now is local monthly food modifier, and I think we are going to go ahead and... We're going to go ahead and do the Tomb of Romulus for the pop assimilation speed. Fantastic. And we should also probably devote a holy site to Tanit. And maybe we should build one like... I forget how you have to do this. We did it previously. It would be this. We lack the 50 political power required, but we'll definitely think about doing that in the future. Okay, so this is reasonably taken care of. I mean, these guys are walking around, but we're going to get an auto cap here. It won't be a problem. These guys leave. Yeah, they're going to get this capped, but that's fine. No worries there. We no longer need these mercs. Let's ditch them, and we will go ahead and sue for peace. They actually started moving, so they didn't get that cap. Perfect. And we are going to lose as little culture happiness as possible, as well as a little AE. There we go. Oh, Matan Barca just died. Okay, so we need a new Barca in here, ideally. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue working on our internal issues. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.